Hello, my name is Dr. Ashik Hussain. I'm Assistant Professor of Anatomy at Rashid Latif Medical College. In this diagram or video, I'm going to discuss about the formation of the dural venous sinuses, how dural venous sinuses they are formed. So in this particular diagram here, you can see that there is a diagram above and there is illustration down there. So these are first of all, we need to understand this. These are the coronal sections of the brain or face just in front of the ears. So here you can, this is the same diagram, but downward here, this is the actually magnified view of the same diagram. So I'm going to make it bit more magnified so you can see the diagram in detail. So this is gray structure, which is layer which is called dura mater. It has got two layers. The layer which is towards this is cranium. The layer which is towards the cranium is called endosteal layer, and the layer which is towards the other meninges is called meningeal layer. So here you can further zoom in, you can see the two gray lines. One is endosteal layer and other is meningeal layer of dura mater. Endosteal layer and meningeal layer, they got separated from each other at certain points, and there they results in the formation of the dural venous sinus. So again, on the other end of the dural venous sinus, you can see the endosteal and meningeal layer merging again back again, and results in formation of the dura mater again. So this blue area, which is present between the two layers of dura mater, endosteal layer and meningeal layer, and between these two structures or two layers is dural venous sinus. So this is the generally how actually dural venous sinus it is formed. So just this is dura mater. Just beneath the dura mater here, you can see the pinkish layer, which is the arachnoid mater, and then we have got a green layer, continuous green layer here you can see, which is covering the surface of the brain. It goes into the fissure sulcus along with the sulcus, and then comes back again to cover the gyrus. So it is actually in intimately or in close relationship to the surface of the brain. So green one is this pia mater, and this pink one is arachnoid mater, and between this pia mater and arachnoid mater you can see trabeculations or thread-like structure. These thread-like structures are actually the trabeculations which are present, which are connecting pia mater to the arachnoid mater. So during intra-embryonic period development, these two layers, they used to be a single layer, which is called leptomeninx or leptomeninges. Later on during development, they tried to separate from each other, but they cannot separate from each other completely, resulting in the formation of the strand between these two layers, which these two coverings or meninges. So here this is results in formation of subarachnoid space. So subarachnoid space is present between the pia mater and arachnoid mater, where these trabeculations are lying. These trabeculations are actually between these two trabeculations. There is a subarachnoid space which comprise of CSF, cerebrospinal fluid, and here you can see a small diverticulum of the pinkish layer, which is arachnoid mater, and it is piercing the meningeal layer of the dura mater. Here meningeal layer of the dura mater, and entering into the dural venous sinus, and so that this diverticulum is continuous with the subarachnoid space. So CSF from this subarachnoid space enter this granulation and finally is drained into the dural venous sinus. So dural venous sinus has got blood, whereas subarachnoid space has got just CSF. So the pressure of CSF should be more than the pressure of the blood. So as a result, the CSF would drain into the dural venous sinus, because pressure of CSF is more than blood. If the dural venous sinus has got more pressure than the pressure of the CSF in subarachnoid space, so as a result, due to uniflow of valvular mechanism, this it would arachnoid granulation would close, and the CSF won't be able to drain into the dural venous sinus anymore. So here in this same diagram, I would like you to look upon the cranium. Cranium has got compact bone, this is which is called outer table, and then another layer of compact bone on inside, which is called inner table, and between these two tables of compact bone here lies the spongy bone, which is also called diplo. So here you can see the emissary veins, which is crossing this cranium and draining into the dural venous sinus on one end, and it is continuous with the epicranial or the veins outside the cranium. So emissary veins are actually the veins which connect the veins outside the cranium with the dural venous sinus. As a result, this blood drains into the dural venous sinus. So this is meningeal layer, and this is also meningeal layer. These two meningeal layers, they come down, and they actually curl upon themselves, and as a result fox is formed. Here you can again see. So this was a bit about the formation of the meninges. So again, I would like to go through a quick summary. Dura mater, which is the outermost, has got two layers: endosteal layer, meningeal layer. They separate from each other, endosteal layer, meningeal layer, and results in formation of the dural venous sinus. Then we have got this pinkish one, which is called arachnoid matter. Then this green layer, which is pia mater, which is most intimate with the surface of the brain, and between these two layers we have got trabeculations. These trabeculations, and this is also called subarachnoid space, and this meningeal layer is pierced by the diverticulum of arachnoid matter and results in formation of arachnoid villi or arachnoid granulation, and there is also pitting in the bone as well due to this arachnoid granulation, and this is called fovea. Fovea. So the space between this white space between space between these two dura mater and arachnoid mater is called subdural space, and space between the dura mater and cranium is called epidural space. It is called epidural space. So this was a bit about the formation of dural venous sinus, and these are emissary veins, these are epicranial veins. They also drain into the dural venous sinus. Thank you very much.